This is the Fang 20T, the smallest scrubber that Viper currently offers. It is 20 inches and it cleans a 20-inch path. It has 50 pounds of down pressure on the brush. The chassis is the solution tank. It holds 13 gallons of cleaning solution. The recovery tank is the top part of the machine, and it holds 15 gallons. There's a clear lid on top to see if there's foam building up. You don't want foam in the vacuum motor, that will damage it. There's also a screen in the recovery tank that you need to keep lint and other foreign or domestic material off from. When you're not using the machine, we suggest you leave the lid off so the tank can dry out. To fill the machine with solution, you can fill it with a bucket in the front, or you can fill it with a hose in the back. The clear hose below the fill port shows you how much solution you have in the machine currently. 5, 10, and 15 gallon markers are on the hose. The squeegee assembly is easy to take on and off. 2 wing nuts, if you loosen them up and slide it off. After each operation, it's a good idea to rinse this off, take a rag and clean it, and then set it upside down someplace so that the blades are not resting on the floor or whatever surface it's laying on. To replace it, simply slide it on the machine and snug up the wing nuts. Be sure to put the hose on top. With every machine, Viper provides a spare set of squeegees. The squeegees are the first thing, probably be the first thing to wear out, so we want to make sure you can stay in operation as long as you can. The squeegees are very easy to remove. There's a clamp that you simply open it up, remove the band, place a new squeegee on, and reclamp it. This squeegee has 4 wiping blades. The leading edge of the blade, the leading corner of the blade is what does the wiping. The front corner, the back corner is off the floor. When that edge wears out, you can flip the squeegee end for end the squeegee and use this blade. When that wears out, you can flip it over and you have 2 more blades to use. So use all 4 edges of the blade before you use the spare. To empty the machine, simply take the hose off, undo, hold it up in the air above the water level, and undo the stopper. Pull the stopper out and drain it into an appropriate drain. To operate the machine, to lower the brushes, pull back on the lever with your foot and let it come up. That lowers the brushes. To lift them after use, push down and forward. To raise and lower the squeegee, there's a lever alongside of the control housing for that. To put the pad or brush, to take it off or put it on is very simple. To remove it, grab a hold of the pad and simply spin it in this direction and it'll fall off. To load it, these 3 lugs have to line up with the receiver holes on the pad driver and turn it, and it locks on. The switches on the control housing are very self-explanatory. There's a master power switch. There's a vacuum switch, controls the vacuum motor. There's a brush switch and a solution switch. Now they do not come on, they will not come on until I pull on the operating triggers. And the reason for that is if the operator walks away from the machine, water, the brush doesn't run and damage the floor, and and the water doesn't leave a big puddle on the floor. There's a solenoid that controls the water flow to the machine. No water will flow to the machine until I pull the trigger and the light comes on. However, you can also control the amount of water with this knob here. If you want a lot of water for heavy cleaning, turn it to the high position. If it's just a light cleaning, turn it to the low position. So to operate, we'll set our water level once you know where you want the water flow rate position, you may just leave it there. So to operate the scrubber, you simply turn on all the switches, lower the squeegee and the brush, and begin cleaning. When you're finished cleaning, it's a good idea to leave the vac motor running for another 60 seconds or so you don't get the puddle on the floor that I just did. Lift it up and let it run. Place the batteries in your new scrubber according to the diagram on the bottom of the recovery tank. Connect the wires as shown and plug the wires into the wiring harness of the auto scrubber. To charge the battery, simply remove the plug that's connected to the batteries and hook it into the charger plug. If you would like to close the recovery tank during charging, lift up the kickstand near the control console and close the tank. The charger that comes with all the Viper scrubbers are completely automatic. Simply plug the charger in and it will charge the batteries at the proper rate and shut itself off when the batteries are completely charged. As with any new machine, please read your operating manual. Viper equipment has the best warranty in the business. We have 12 years on the polyethylene tanks. We have 5 years on all the metal components on the machine. We have 3 years on the motors, the drive motors, the brush motor, and the vac motor, and 1 year on wear items.